Hello and welcome to Winnie's Edu World. Today's topic is Integers Part 2. We completed Introduction to Integers in the previous video. Please do go through that. The link for the same is provided in the description box. So today's topic is Properties of Integers. There are 5 different properties: closure, commutative, associative, distributive and identity. We are not going to do all the 5 together in this video because it might be a little too much. So in this video we are going to do only 2 properties and the next will follow. Okay, so let us understand what is a closure property. Meanwhile guys, if you like this video, please do subscribe and click on the like button and do press the bell icon to get further notifications. So, closure property. Close. What do we understand by close? Which is inside something, which is closed. Exactly. So something like that we can relate to this property also. So let me just make a small box. See, in this box I am going to write all my integers. We know all the positive and the negative numbers are integers along with the 0. Now if I do any operation on these integers, if the result falls inside the box, then I can say it is okay with the closure property. It is following the closure property. And if the answer or the result is out of the box, then we will say that operator doesn't satisfy closure property. So let us just look at addition. We have 2 integers, -3 plus 2. What did I say in the previous class? If you have one negative and one positive, which operation will take place? Subtraction. So 3 minus 2 is 1. But which is the greater number? 3 is the greater number and that is negative. So our result will also be negative. So -1. Does it fall inside this box? Yes. So what we understand, when 2 integers are added, the result is also an integer. So as that -1 or -1 falls inside our box, it satisfies the closure property. So addition of 2 integers satisfy the closure property. It's very clear. 2 integers are added, we will get the result as an integer. Now let us see if we subtract, are we getting an integer? -3 minus +2. What is my result? Minus and minus, what will happen? Plus will happen. And which sign will come? 3 is the greater number, so we will get a negative sign. See, again -5 is part of this box. That means -5 is an integer. So subtraction also satisfies closure property. It stands good. If you subtract 2 integers, the result will be an integer. Perfect. What can we say about multiplication? -3 into 2. What will be the result? In multiplication, plus into minus is what? Minus. So we will get -6. See, again that is an integer. Again it is coming inside the box. So multiplication also satisfies closure property. Great. How about division? If we divide -3 by 2, what will be your answer? Have you tried dividing? We will get -1.5. It's a decimal. Decimal, is it part of integer or will it come somewhere outside? Yeah, it is not part of integer, right? So it's coming outside. It is falling out of the box. So what is it? It's not an integer. So closure property does not stand good for division, right? Perfect. So 4 operators we have used. Closeup property is good for addition, subtraction, multiplication, but not for division. If you add 2 integers, you will get an integer as the result. If you subtract 2 integers, you will get integer as a result. If you multiply 2 integers, the result will be an integer. But if you divide 2 integers, it is not necessary that you will get an integer. It can be a fraction or a decimal. Good going. Now, let us just move to our next property, commutative property. We must have heard the term commute in our daily life, right? How do you commute to school? That means going from home to school and coming back to home. So it is just interchanging the positions. Let us see how commutative property holds good with our 4 operations. So first we will just go for addition. 2 plus negative 3. Plus and minus, what happens? Minus happens. So it becomes 2 minus 3. What is our answer? 1. What is the sign of 3? Negative. So we will just put a negative sign. Now let me just interchange their position. Minus 3 plus 2. Minus and plus, minus, and 3 is greater number, so negative 1. So what do we notice here? In addition, if you change the position of your numbers, what is not going to happen? The result is not going to change. It remains same. The position of addends will not affect the result. That is commutative property for addition. It holds good for addition. Now let us just see the same thing with respect to subtraction. How is commutative property holding good for subtraction? What do you think? Do you think the answer will remain same or will it change? Let us check. 10 minus, I am saying minus 5. So my 5 is negative, 10 is positive. What is my answer? 10, 2 negative signs come together, it becomes positive. Then what is our answer? 15. Perfect. Let me just change their position. Minus 5. What am I supposed to do? Minus positive 10. Minus and minus, plus happens. It will be 15. But do you think what will be the sign will remain same? No. The sign will be of the greater number. Now what is the sign of 10? It has become negative. So answer will be minus 15. So when you interchange the position, what is happening in this case? The results are changing and there is a drastic change. See, you have a positive number and a negative number, and we know there is a huge difference between positive and negative. 15 is way greater number compared to negative 15. So we can say commutative property does not hold good for subtraction. Correct? Perfect. So when you change the position of your addends during subtraction, the result changes. Very good. Now let us see commutative property for multiplication. What do you think for multiplication? Will it hold good? Right, it will. I like to discuss in between just to keep the tempo on. So minus 2 into 3. What will be our answer? Negative 6. We know in multiplication, if you multiply negative and positive, answer will be negative. Now if I change the position, anything is going to affect? No, the result is going to stay the same. Perfect. So commutative property holds good for multiplication also. Do you think it will stand good for division? Let us just check that. 5 divided by 10. Minus 5 divided by 10. Let me just say that and let me write it in fraction to make it more clear. Our answer will be what? Minus 1 by 2. Okay. Let us just see, is it happening the same when we interchange their position? What is happening? Our numerator becomes 10 and denominator becomes -5. So what will be the answer? It will be 2 by -1, which can be written as -2. See, there is a difference in your result. One is -1 by 2 and another one is -2. So commutative property does not hold good for division also. Only two places, addition and multiplication. If you interchange the position of addend, the result will not change. But in subtraction and in division, you cannot rely on commutative property. And please keep this in mind, because these things will be very useful as you move forward in algebra and all. So just make sure before changing the position, the answer will change totally in addition, in subtraction and in division. So change in position matters a lot. This is very important thing. Okay, so we will do the next properties in the next video. Bye bye.